Good morning, everyone. My name is Shoaib. Now I am going to tell an inspirational story of a person, and his name is Jim Quick. Jim Quick is a speed reading expert, brain expert, and also he is an international speaker as well as a social entrepreneur. Before he reached the place at which he is now, he struggled a lot and he faced many ups and downs in his life, and he worked very hard. So now let us know about his inspiring life story. Jim was born on 29 July in the year 1973 in New York State. At the age of 6, he got a severe brain injury when he was in school. So due to this, he was not able to read the things. So whenever he tried to read the book, he just used to see some random letters that he couldn't understand anything. And his classmates used to tease him, insult him, and make fun of him. And they labeled him as the boy with broken brain. That means he is a fool. He could not do anything, and he is useless. But to improve his reading ability, he started reading comic books, and his favorite comics was
Spider-Man.
And his favorite comics was The X-Men because he could relate his real life with the X-Men. And he continued to read for 3 years. By this, we can see how much determination he had at that young age. Then one day, there was a parent-teacher meet in his school, and his teachers announced that there would be a test to determine the students' reading and writing ability. In spite of his disability, Jim decided to take part in the test. But his parents told him not to participate in the test. But Jim said, "No, I will. I am going to make you proud. I am going to prove myself that I can do this." Then he started preparing for the topic that he was given for the test. He practiced day and night without when he was eating, drinking, or every time. Then the day came. He went to his school, and it was Jim's turn. He came onto the dais, and one of his teachers told him, "Jim, start your presentation now." The moment he tried to start, he was not able to speak. All his past negative things came into his mind, like his classmates teasing him, insulting him, and calling him the boy with broken brain. And his confidence level went down, and he couldn't speak even a single word. And obviously, he got 0 in the test. The test in which he dreamt of getting 100 out of 100, worked very hard, and it was of no use. When he was returning to his home in the evening, he was not able to take that he got 0 in the test. Then he took out that 0 marks report card, and he threw into the dustbin. Along with the report card, he lost his hope, confidence, and dreams, everything. And one day, one of his friends asked him to join in the vacation to his grandmother's home that is in California. Then Jim agreed, and they went to California. So during vacation, Jim was sitting in the garden, and his friend's father came near him and said, "Jim, how is your school going?" Listening this, the moment he heard this, his heart broke into 1,000 pieces. He was not able to control himself, and he started crying. He explained everything about his past, the difficulties that he facing because of his reading disability, and the uncle, that is his friend's father, said. Then what are you doing in the school? What do you want to do? What do you want to begin? What do you want to become? For which Jim did not answer anything, and he remained silent. Then the uncle took a paper from his pocket and kept in front of Jim and said, "Whatever your answers are, write them in this paper." Then for which Jim said, "No, it is impossible. didn't you listen that I am the boy with broken brain? Then the uncle took his two index fingers in this way and said, Jim, you are this close to your dreams. For which Jim said, no, it is impossible. I cannot do that. Then he brought his two index fingers near the Jim's head and said, do you see this? This is the secret of success. That is your brain. If you know how to use your brain, then you can achieve anything. Know about your brain. Train it, make it strong, and I know you can do this. Then after vacation, Jim came back to his home and he saw two sets of books in front of him. On right were the books of his school, and on left were the books of his were the books that he really wanted to study. Of course, he chose the second set, the books that he wanted to study. Then he read, he worked very hard, and he trained his brain, and after a few months he was able to read at faster speed as well. Then everything was going smooth. But one day when he was returning to his home from library, again he fell down from stairs, and unfortunately he got again on the he got an injury on his head. Next, he found himself on a bed in a hospital, and he realized that his condition was his condition became even worse because again his ability to read had reduced. Then it was the worst situation in his life. Then he thought like, why am I living? What is the purpose of my living in this life? Why everything bad happens to only me? Then even though he did not give up, he decided no matter what, I would become a good an expert in reading. Then he saw a quote of our all-time famous genius scientist Albert Einstein that says, if we try to solve a problem using the same level of thinking which created them, then we can never solve that problem. So Jim realized that he need to do something different that might work. So then he thought like, instead of learning first, I should learn how to learn first. So in simple means, instead of just reading the books, first he wanted to learn how to read first. So as we all have listened our teachers say read and read and read, but no one taught us how to read. How can we understand in better manner? How can we learn quickly? So even our schools gave us the food of knowledge, but didn't teach us how to cook that food. And if we learn how to cook that food, we can fill our tummies for our entire life. So in the same way, Jim thought, and he started knowing about the brain, how it works, how it functions, and everything. And after several years of hard work and research, he became the master of the mind, and he became the brain coach. And he trained famous personalities like Elon Musk and Richard Branson, and few other people from top companies like Google, Virgin,